the ceiling for you. Knew it from the start, there was no limit to you. And I'm catching feelings, baby.
Hey, my name is Breana Aleeshia. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If it's not, thank you for watching another video. And in today's video, you're going to be watching me make a corset. Y'all have been waiting a really long time for me to finally post a video, and I'm so grateful that y'all have been so patient and that y'all are still interested. I promise, like, I don't take any of that, like, support and, you know, like, I don't take any of that for granted, and I'm extremely, like, happy that y'all still care and that y'all still want to see this stuff. Okay, this is the type of corset that I'm going to be customizing. Okay, and I'm going to do it similar to the way I did. This was the one I did for Destiny, and I'm going to do this one, like, sort of similar to that. So, yeah. If you watched the butterfly jeans video, then you saw, like, you know, me using fabric paper and transfer paper. And we're going to do that same thing in this video. Well, I'm not going to do transfer paper. You can put transfer paper on a corset. You 100% can. Fabric paper is a little bit, like, it got more sturdiness to it because it's fabric. I did do a corset with transfer paper, but this just because I had to. I just had to make something work. But I think you would prefer to use fabric paper. I'm going to show y'all how I'm using the fabric paper. Like I said, this isn't the only method. There are multiple ways, and I'm going to show y'all different ways, but for now, this is just one of the ways. It's really easy, it's really simple, and you can get a really cute look for your corset. One person specifically, I don't know if it's Lele or Lila. I'm gonna say Lele, Nicole. I don't know, we friends on Facebook, but you said your birthday, I think you said your birthday is in July. So hopefully this video is up by, like, whatever this weekend is. It's June 12th right now. So hopefully I had this video up by this weekend. Probably sooner than that, but hopefully that's enough time for you to, you know, get everything figured out so you can make your own corset for your birthday. Hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully this doesn't waste your time. But it's not going to be anything too hard. Will require you to have a printer that you can print from. Now, this isn't the only way to customize a corset, and it's not the only way I'm going to show you how to customize a corset. This is just one of the ways, and this way requires you to have a printer. But you can still watch. You know, you might watch this and want to get a printer after watching this. I feel like a lot of boys are not going to watch my videos because they think that it's aimed towards girls. I do intend for this to be something interesting for girls, but boys, you could learn something from this. This could be something you could use to make money. It's something that girls are really interested in. Never look at stuff like, oh, that's just something girls would like. Yeah, it's something girls would like, but you don't have to be a girl to make it, and you don't have to be a girl to sell it and, you know, make money off of it. And that's not just for this video, that's for, like, all my videos. I feel like a lot of the people that I saw were interested in watching my videos were girls, and I do want boys to feel like they can learn something and this can be something for them too. And I'm really just showing y'all, like, basic stuff. You can apply it to whatever you apply it to is, you know, up to you. I'm just basically showing y'all little, like, you know, methods and concepts and stuff. You can apply it to anything you want to. So just keep that in mind. One more thing. These type of corsets are not meant to cover your breasts. These are not meant to be worn as shirts. That's why they make the kind like this. It's called a bustier corset. It's meant to support your bust, go around your bust. I just had to say this because that really just bothers me. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to be starting on my computer, and we're going to go to a website called Canva. Once you're on Canva, you want to type in letter into the search box and click create a blank letter. You use letter because it's the same size as the fabric paper that you're going to be printing your images out on. Once you're there, you're going to notice on the side you see templates, elements, uploads, text, and more. You want to click elements and then search for the type of images you want on your corset. So I'm going for a bit of a pretty girl theme, so I'm making all of my pictures pink and just finding pictures that put me in the mind of pretty girl stuff. And remember, you don't want your pictures too big or too small because you are putting it on a corset. I don't know what size to tell you to make it. I just can kind of eyeball it, so maybe just try to make it the same size you see me making it. And I just repeat this process until I fill up the page. And remember, if you see those color boxes pop up at the top, that means you have the option to change the color of the element. For this next part, I wanted to be able to add a tweet to my corset, but I don't have a Twitter, so I went to fake tweet generator, and basically it makes it look like you made a tweet. Once I'm done, I'm able to generate the image and copy and paste it into Canva. Now I'm just sizing it, trying to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm cropping it too a little bit. I zoomed in a little bit here just so y'all can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And what I'm doing now is I'm going back to elements and I typed in square. And I'm doing that because I want to put a little border around my tweet. That way when I cut it out, I can cut it out straight. And here I'm just dragging the mouse over the tweet and the square. That way I'm able to group it together. I have this text bubble, and what I'm going to do is put words inside of it. So underneath elements, you should see uploads and text. You want to hit text, and they already have a bunch of fonts ready for you. You can click whichever one you want. And I just wanted to say hey, so I'm going to type hey. And And then I make it smaller, that way I'm able to fit it inside of my text bubble. And now that I've filled up my entire page, I'm going to download it as a PDF, open it, and then print it out. This is how it looks now that it's been printed out on the fabric paper. If you saw the butterfly jeans video, you saw me cut the fabric paper images first and then cut the heat bun to match those images, but I'm not going to do that this time. What I'm doing is I'm cutting the heat bun to the shape of the fabric paper. Once I do that, I just immediately start pressing the entire sheet of paper into the heat bun. I'm using my mini press. You can use an iron, it's the same thing. Okay, just so I don't forget to say this, the heat and bun is completely optional. It's just something I choose to do as an alternative to sewing. This is fabric paper. You can cut those images out and sew them onto your corset or whatever you want to sew them onto. But if you do choose to use the heat and bun, you want to make sure your fabric paper is placed onto the rough side of the heat and bun. There's a rough side and a smooth side. You should be able to tell the difference. Before you get ready to cut, make sure you went over that entire sheet of paper. Make sure you got everything before you start cutting. Now I've cut out all of my images, and what I'm about to do is just go over them with my mini press just to make sure everything is really in there. With heat and bun, you want to remember to peel the backing from the fabric paper. That way you're able to actually press it into your corset. I make sure that my fabric paper is cool before I do this. You do not want to peel the heat and bun from something that's hot, or it might not peel correctly and you won't be able to press it onto your corset. Okay, you can't tell in the video, but the back of it should now look pretty shiny, and it should have a little tackiness to it. It's not going to be real sticky, just a little tackiness, and that's going to let you know that you've done it right. Now it's time for the corset. What you see me doing here is just figuring out where I want my images placed on the corset. Now I'm taking my mini press. If you're using an iron, you can take that and you just start pressing it into it. And I make sure to really get into the crease, that way it looks like it's like made into it. Once you're done, everything should really be pressed into it and it shouldn't be going anywhere. This next part is completely optional. I'm about to add some hot fix rhinestones, and basically what that means is they can be pressed into the corset as well. But you don't have to do this. If you're satisfied or if you're fine with how it looks now, you can stop. But I just like to add a little bit extra. See, right here, I'm just being extra. I did not have to use that wax tip pen. I could have just used my finger. Like, that was so unnecessary. You can just use your finger. Once all of my diamonds are in place, I'm just about to go and start pressing them in. Okay, for some reason, this is where I stopped recording. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but it's fine. You saw everything you needed to see. You're good. And this is how it turned out.